When you open a DAW for the first time, it can be really overwhelming. But don't worry, I'm Adam from UJAM, and today we'll show you how to get started in music production with UJAM. First, we want to tackle some of the most common questions that beginners come across. Make sure to use the YouTube timetable to skip questions that are not interesting to you. What do I need in order to make music on my computer? You should have a DAW installed on your computer. DAW is an abbreviation for Digital Audio Workstation. It's a program that will help you record and manipulate audio to produce music. UJAM virtual instruments only work in conjunction with a DAW. While there are a lot of great DAWs out there, for this video we prepared an FL Studio demo project that you can download in the description. In general, all DAWs do the same thing, so in the end, it depends on your preferred workflow and what you like. Look around and see which one catches your eye. The most beginner-friendly DAWs are Studio One, GarageBand, and FL Studio. More sophisticated and popular DAWs would be Ableton, Logic Pro X, Pro Tools, Cubase, and Bitwig. What equipment do producers need? If you have a DAW and a computer, you already have the minimum for getting started. A must-have would be a solid audio output like headphones or a set of speakers. Other things that would be nice to have include a MIDI keyboard and an audio interface. Audio interfaces handle everything other than MIDI. In other words, your audio input and output, which allow you to record and hear your music. We recommend using an external MIDI controller to operate your UJAM plugins. It will help you play them more easily as opposed to playing with the keyboard of your computer. But this is not mandatory. You can always control everything with your mouse in your DAW as well. Do I need to know music theory? Yes and no. Music production software has come so far in the last 2 decades that the required amount of music theory knowledge is dwindling fast. Of course, it will help you drastically when you have a basic understanding of music theory, but UJAM plugins are easy to use, and there are also quite a few other music theory tools on the market, like Scalar 2 by Plugin Boutique, which will help you create chords and melodies, even if you have no knowledge of the subject. What is MIDI? MIDI is not audio, but rather data that can be used to control virtual instruments through notes and continuous controllers. This data can be entered manually by drawing it into your DAW or by recording it in with a MIDI keyboard. So every time you hit a key on a MIDI instrument, your DAW will create a MIDI note, but not a real audio signal. We at UJAM focus on creating simple and effective tools that feel like flow rather than work. By design, you won't get lost, and every control will always do something that you can immediately hear and understand. The main concept of UJAM virtual instruments is based on sample recordings from real studio musicians. Either create a track from scratch with single notes in the instrument mode, or use pre-made loops like a whole guitar riff that is divided into different song elements. You can use them, edit them, and create your own song out of it in minutes without any complex programming. Think of our instruments like different musicians you can invite and book into your studio session. They are more than just loops. You can edit them, rearrange them, and change the sound design to your liking, so it gives you way more options than a typical sample pack. In the next episodes, you will learn how to set up your first project in FL Studio 20.